so dass ich in dem Wald ein bin. Ich trag dir die Rotznase noch so lang, bis es lebt wird. Saublöde Wein. Für uns geht's kein zurück. Sie! In alle!
The Tragic Exorcism of Anneliese Michel. Welcome back to a haunting tale that will send shivers down your spine. Today, we're delving deep into the mysterious and tragic story of the Exorcism of Anneliese Michel. Before we unravel this chilling enigma, make sure to click that subscribe button down below, and ring that notification bell to join our community of mystery enthusiasts. And here's a question for you. Do you believe in the supernatural? Share your thoughts in the comments. Our story unfolds in the serene town of Liebfing, Bavaria, West Germany, on September 21, 1952, where a young woman named Anna Elisabeth Michel entered this world. Born into a devout Roman Catholic family, Anneliese's life was seemingly ordinary, attending Mass twice a week and growing up with her loving parents, Joseph and Anna. But, as often happens in tales of the uncanny, darkness lurked around the corner. At the tender age of 16, Anneliese experienced her first convulsion. Doctors diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, but little did they know, this was just the prologue to a far more sinister narrative. As the years passed, Anneliese's condition worsened. Diagnosed with depression, she was admitted to a psychiatric hospital. Yet, psychiatric treatments proved futile as her mind spiraled into a nightmarish abyss. By the time she turned 20, Anneliese had become intolerant of religious objects and began to hear voices, eerie voices that whispered malevolence into her ears. A desperate search for answers. 5 long years of medication brought no relief. Desperation gripped her family. They clung to a terrifying belief that their daughter was possessed by a demon. In 1975, they turned to the Catholic Church for an exorcism, an act initially met with rejection. But fate had other plans. The arrival of the priests. 2 valiant priests, Fathers Renz and Alt, were granted the authority to perform secret exorcisms. Medical consultations ceased, and the battle between light and darkness commenced in the shadows. The horrific exorcisms. These weren't Hollywood exorcisms with pea soup and head spinning. These were gut-wrenching, hour-long sessions filled with Anneliese's agonizing screams, incoherent utterances, and displays of inhuman strength. The recordings from these sessions will send chills down your spine, as you imagine the torment she endured. Well, let's hear some.
Ich hab recht so, dass ich in dem Wald ein bin. Ich trag dir die Rotznase noch so lang, bis es lebt wird. Saublöde Wein. Für uns geht's kein zurück. Sie! In alle!
The tragic end. As the exorcisms continued, Anneliese's health deteriorated alarmingly. She refused food, wasting away before her family's helpless eyes. Then, on July 1, 1976, a date etched in infamy, Anneliese Michel succumbed to malnutrition and dehydration at the tender age of 23. The grim autopsy. The autopsy painted a grim picture. Anneliese weighed a mere 66 pounds, her knees shattered from ceaseless genuflections, and she was unable to move without assistance. Pneumonia had taken hold of her frail form. The legal battle. A somber legal chapter followed. The state prosecutor argued that Anneliese's death could have been prevented, leading to charges against her parents and the 2 priests for negligent homicide. The courtroom drama. The trial, commencing on March 30, 1978, was a national spectacle. Doctors testified that Anneliese was not possessed, attributing her behavior to the effects of a strict religious upbringing and her epilepsy. Legal battles raged over the legality of the exorcisms, and chilling tapes from the sessions were played. The convictions. Ultimately, Anneliese's parents and the two priests were convicted of negligent homicide. Yet, their sentences were relatively light, with her parents spared jail time, deemed to have suffered enough. The Church's retraction. The Catholic Church's involvement drew immense public attention. Years later, German bishops retracted the claim that Anneliese was possessed, sparking further debate about this perplexing tragedy. The aftermath. Host. The Michels later sought to grant Anneliese a more dignified resting place. Her remains were exhumed and reburied in a new coffin. Yet, her gravesite remains a pilgrimage site, revered by those who believe she atoned for others' sins. The diminished practice. Strangely, despite the controversy, the number of officially sanctioned exorcisms in Germany dwindled after Anneliese's ordeal, even though Pope Benedict XVI advocated for their broader use. The mystery lives on. And so, dear viewers, the mystery of Anneliese Michel endures. Was she truly possessed by malevolent forces, or was this a tragic case of misunderstood mental illness? What's your take on this chilling story? Thank you for joining us on this bone-chilling journey into the Exorcism of Anneliese Michel. These tales remind us that life's darkest corners are often where belief, fear, and the unexplained converge. We encourage you to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And if you relish the eerie and enigmatic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Until our next encounter, stay curious.